Like you mentioned, or you made reference to the case, the Imo State case. And I think the worry of majority of the members of the society is that the man who got fault came first. You know, consistency is the rule. If that is the case, then one may say outrightly that even Labour Party has no business going to court because they came third and they are still asking the court to declare them winner. So that's why I say and I maintain that it depends on the evidence that was produced in court that determines what the outcome of the suit will likely be. So I cannot begin to judge the judiciary based on what happened in Imo State case, because that matter was decided based on the evidence produced before the justices of the Supreme Court that had and determined the matter. I am not trying to say that that judgment represents what it ought to be or not. But what I'm trying to say is that the society must understand that court of law has to do with procedure and the substantive law. And when you come to that is litigation, conducting your cases in court, it is what you present to the courts that the courts will determine, not the opinion of the members of the society. The election that was just concluded the other day. But since the matter is sub judice, we may not be in a position to begin to discuss or deliberate on the propriety or otherwise of what has been presented to the courts. So I think we have to wait for the courts. We have to repose a kind of confidence in the courts and wait to see how the matter will be decided. And politicians we know are so much so desperate that they are likely to do anything humanly possible to sustain their victory in courts. So I cannot rule out corruption entirely in the system. It will be absurd to do that because overgeneralization on its own is even a fallacy. So there could be cases of corruption, but what we are trying to say is that even if it would be, well, all the judicial officers should as well remind themselves that they are also Nigerians. That if Nigeria is good today, it is good for all. If Nigeria is bad today, it will affect every person, no matter your position in the society. So I will advise my colleague to play according to the rules, play according to the law. It is not a do or die affair. It is not, in fact, to say, I must. Look at the laws. We talked about in law that there are certainty of laws. So looking at the laws, present it as you understand it, and allow the courts to look into it to determine the matter one way or the other.